Alright, we should be live. We're back. We're going to be doing a Lorwyn Eclipsed, yeah, I'm going to have to go to events. Lorwyn Eclipsed Alchemy draft, since the Alchemy version is out now. Premier draft, Alchemy, Lorwyn Eclipsed. There we go, that's the thing. That's the thing we're going to be trying. Alright, and very immediately fired, or at least table filled up. I was the 8th person to sit down, or some such. Alright, what is our alchemy card first and foremost? Should be this thing. Choose one, seek a Kithkin card at the beginning of your next end step. If that card is in your hand, exile it, or creature cards in your hand perpetually get +1/+1. That's okay. I don't think it's better than Tristan or any of the non-alchemy cards. Like, we did not open one of the broken cards. I don't think there are a ton of broken cards in this one, but most of the ones I have seen are in, like, gold. And I think there's, like, one or two in green that really stuck out. I'm trying to think now because I'm so constantly overloaded with new cards that it's kind of hard to keep track. This one's really good, right? Enters, choose a creature type, taps for colorless, tap add 1 mana of any color, only to cast spells of the chosen type, or 4-tap exhaust, seek a card of the chosen type. So if I take this and name elves, not only does it fix my mana for Tristan, it only casts spells of the chosen type, so I can't use it for his flip ability, but I can then seek an elf with it also, so that's really strong. It will get a little weaker if I have some, like, middling changelings, but the other option is to take something like Shimmerwild's Growth to potentially fix for color splashing, as I am in green. And this might allow me to take some, like, more broken alchemy cards in packs 2 and 3 if I open them and they're out of, like, green-black. So maybe I'll take that, but I do think it would have been okay to take the black-green dual land, or not black, sorry, the other dual land, sorry, I saw Overgrown Tomb. Whenever one or more counters are put on this creature, target creature an opponent controls perpetually gains. When this creature dies, you lose 1 life. It is also an 0/5. I'm a tiny bit tempted. There's another Shimmerwild's Growth, which would let me play whatever I open. Dawnblessed Pennant can be real strong. This thing is certainly okay, but it only has so much room for counters, unless I get... Well, the problem is if I got something like Abigail, it would lose the abilities, so I'd need a way to remove the counters. So, it's insane with Dawnglow, or not Dawnglow, Dawnhand Dissident, but most things do, so. Take the Grave Shifter now, pretty readily. So, I'm drafting Alchemy, and I've drafted 0 Alchemy cards so far. Typical me. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, there is the Reaping Willow that was, I think, in the pack with Tristan, or one of the Shimmerwilds. That could come back, like the first Shimmerwild, I think, that could come back around. And since I didn't take enough of the Elf Matters cards, Tristan is still fine, not great. If you need graveyard shenanigans, like, Tristan's getting better with cards like Grave Shifter, and, if we could pick up the Caller of the Down or whatever, the green Kithkin, where if you have 3 or more creatures in play, including him when he enters, you can pull back a dead permanent card from your graveyard. Speaker of the Down, something like that. I'm going to take the Forging Wicker Maw here. That way, again, I can fix for colors. If we open, like, any broken alchemy card that doesn't require going all in on a strategy, then having the Wicker Maws and the Shimmerwilds will allow it to work, and at this point we can pick up basically any strong card that we see, and it'll be good. Like, as long as it's not all in on a specific strategy, like, we can grab anything, and it'll be fine. If we grab something that's more all in on a specific strategy, like if we got, like, Morcant or something, we'd have to shift some of our picks in favor of making that work. Is that Mistbind Click? Just randomly chilling? I don't have any fairies yet. Mistbind Click is potentially absurdly strong whenever you cast it. It's got so many different modes in Limited. In Constructed, it was always Mistbind Click on your upkeep. This could be a Darkness Descends deck, actually. When Darkness Descends is not murdering you, it's insanely strong, so I'm a little inclined to grab it. Alright, do I want the Kithkin that draws me cards, or the Auntie that can remove her counters on her own? So that way I have things to, like, other things to put counters on besides Gnarlbark Elm right now. Yeah, I think I want the Auntie first. Alright, we wheeled our thing, but I think this is just going to be the Embrace, because it's the only card here that's even kind of okay. I think this is the one that had the... the Reaping Willow, so it's a little sad. It'll take 10, though. Yeah, if it wasn't that pack, it was this pack, and neither of them have it. 4 or greater. I currently have 2 that meet that requirement, but I also don't need the 5, 6, or any of the other cards, so... Maybe Tilling. And never try Gift. Okay. Alright, which one are you? Raucous Raider. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. It perpetually becomes an artifact if it's a non-land permanent card. Until end of turn, you may play the exiled card. Tap, sacrifice an artifact, add 3 mana of any one color. So, it doesn't say in addition to its other types. So, I can steal their instants and sorceries fine, and their artifacts and enchantments also relatively fine, but if I steal their creature, I'm only getting, like, comes into play and death triggers off of it. This is probably just the Formidable Speaker, then. Yeah. What are you? Oh, this is the one that casts random spells, like instants and sorceries from the set. Yeah, and then it has Storm. Honestly, give me the Shimmer Creep, because I already have Wicker Maw and 2 Shimmer Wilds, so... Creep is already decent. Like, I'm already ramping into it and making it stronger, so... And I think we can pick up this thing now and be okay. That is... We could also wheel the Kindle the Inner Flame. I've been watching Kenji have a good time with that, and Shimmer Creep and Prisma Basher are both strong cards to have alongside that. Alright, so I have one Heirloom Auntie already, and a Gnarlbark Elm, so picking up a Mischief is not unplayable. It's easier to cast for me than the Eclipse Flamekin is. Also just a Blossoming Defense if I wanted it. Maybe that's just better. Because I'm not going to have enough goblins to consistently trigger the enchantment. I'll have a few. I do not mind picking up one of these over the Welk now and see if we can get some other stuff going for that. Like, that's already the type of white card I want to grab with the cards that I'm playing. Thirst. I don't have the elementals for that, right? I have 2. Actually, I have 2. One of them's Fester Creep and one of them's Prisma Basher, so maybe, actually. Alright, now this is starting to look more like the type of thing I enjoy drafting in this format. Alright, after those pickups, I definitely need another Wicker Maw, and there's the Reaping Willow. So, we lost out on one, but somebody was trying to wheel a second one. There's also this thing. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 3 or less, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. I think we've got more going on with this strategy right now. Part of me wants the Tarfire, but I think I should just take the Gristle Glutton to help out with putting negative counters on my stuff. That's not the best. Neither is any of this. I'm going to take the Auntie in case the Boggart Mischief comes back around. Okay, we're going to take the Kindle. This Kindle's got a lot of stuff going on in my deck right now. Not thrilled with either of those. And a Boggart. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, draft a card from Thoughtsteel Sprite's spellbook, and it's all fairy stuff. Or I can... How many elves do I have right now? I have 2 elves and 1 shapeshifter, so I'd have to grab other specific stuff. I do think I'm fine taking it, though. So, elves and shapeshifters, if we can... So these are my 2 elf choices. I'm going to take Bog Slither, honestly, over the... Although Blackthorn also helps with some of the things I have, but I think I should just take Embrace here. No 3/1 elves that look at my top card and surveil. Whenever this enchantment enters, all non-elemental instant and sorcery cards perpetually became elemental kindred in addition to their other types. Whenever you cast an elemental spell, put a flame counter on this. Then if there are 3 or more flame counters on it, remove them, conjure a card named Firebraider onto the battlefield. It gains haste in the beginning of your end step. Sacrifice this creature. This one's so weird. I'm not even 100% sure what I'd be doing with it. It's like if you manage to cast 3 elementals, you get a Flame Braider that can then be used to either cast another spell or attack for 2, and yeah, just give me another Gristle Glutton. Get counters on my stuff. This is the only elf. Target creature an opponent controls, each other creature that player controls becomes a coward, and this creature can't block giants or warriors. I do want the Gnarlbark, but this might be a great Forest Druid, just to help with my mana some more. Alright, there's Luminalisk, there's also Moonlit. Maybe. Elf count is 2, and 1 Shapeshifter right now. Yeah, if I'm gonna be able to cast, Perfect's Champion or whatever, Champion of the Perfects, I'm gonna need a few more elves. This is the Great Goat Napper, right? Spells you cast have affinity for goats. Target non-goat creature perpetually becomes a goat in addition to its other types. Then conjure a card named Goat Nap into your hand. Activate only as a sorcery. There's Mollusk. There's Lasting Tarfire would be okay in this deck. There's also just a straight-up Dose. I'm just going to keep taking non-alchemy cards in this alchemy draft. Full of alchemy things. What do I actually have a ton of? Nothing. I'm very scattered. Okay, so this isn't at its best, so I'm going to take the Elf/Elemental. I was going to say I might supposed to take Hexing Squelcher, but I think I'm going to take the Scarblade here just to make sure I can cast my thing. Alright, Puka's Eye not unplayable, but yeah, I'm going to pick up another Druid. Just keep my stuff. Keep it so that I can cast all of the things that I'm going to draw. All of these games. Like, Everstrike's Gift is not unplayable, but I don't think I have room for it. If I didn't have room for the one, I don't have room for the other. Also, apparently I had one down there already. Not running any of these. Alright, let's turn this pile into a playable deck now. One of my elves is Tristram. Or Tristan. The other one is Formidable Speaker, though, so that's not bad. I can actually use him to tutor for the champions, and then he'll be the elf that I need, which means he'll explode instantly, but, you know, details. This is my only blue card. Let me know if I need an island, then. Did we fix the T-colon creature yet? Nope. Negative T colon creature. Although, I suppose if I have a 10 the Sprigs, which I'm not 100% sure I'm running. My elemental count is currently 4. So the upside to this is that if you can cast both of them in the same turn for 6 mana, you'd have one elemental in play. Copying it is 2, so you only need one other elemental spell to behold in order for it to work properly. Probably lose Enrage Flamecaster. Crossroads isn't doing much here. I'm gonna keep Grave Sifter. It's possible the Scout is just too underwhelming here. Brace is only okay. How good is Darkness Descends? 3 toughness, 4 toughness. That thing dies. 3 toughness, 5 toughness, and we want to put counters on it. 4 toughness, and we want to put counters on it. 4/4, and she can get rid of her counters. That dies. This lives at least. Tristan lives. This dies. This lives. This wants the counters. This lives. And these both live. Okay, so almost everything makes it through Darkness Descends, like, with flying colors, so... Alright, his champion's just too greedy. Because if I cut champions, I can cut Tristan, and that would be fine. The big problem is that if I draw champions before getting one of the cards, like, I might cut Tristan just because I won't have enough elves in the graveyard for him, and milling a bunch of cards. I have a couple cards, though, that benefit from cards going to the graveyard. So that's not terrible, but I think I cut Tristan. 1, 2... Three. Look, I'm always going to get greedy and take this card and try and make it work. Like, that's never not going to happen. Think I might have bit off more than I could chew. This time round, but I don't think I was supposed to not grab it. But yeah, the things I want to cut are primarily elves anyway, so... Do I cut the island and then I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 blue sources? It's only for this one card, though. I think that's fine, and I don't think I need... all the land when I have 2 of this guy, 2 of this guy, and 1 of these to ramp with. Alright, let's do this thing. I have no alchemy cards that I'm running, right? Did one of them make it through? I forget now. I feel like none of them did that I took, and most of them I didn't even wind up taking. Like I said, at first, when I was looking at the list as I'm starting in, like, white and working my way down, it's like, none of these look super broken. Opponent goes first, and this hand is, like, up front, this hand is garbage. Like, it's going to get run over if they have anything remotely resembling an aggressive start. And I don't know what it's doing if it hits its land and casts its spells. Like, obviously, we're going to, like, Shimmer Creep, and then ideally... Prisma Basher, clone Shimmer Creep, something like that, but yeah, I think that's a mulligan. This looks a lot better. This looks like something I can work with. Ooh, can we surveil, like, a cheap creature or low power creature? It's power, right? It's been... Oh no, it is cheap. Okay. I am sad I put the Changeling on the bottom and they have more Cant's Eyes because they're clearly an elf deck and I would like to destroy more Cant's Eyes now. Well, they like the card on top. Well, I don't need another swamp right now, so that is good, but I guess I can trade off the 1-3 for the 3-1 if they attack, because they'll want to put their 3-1 into the graveyard anyway, so... Yeah, let's make that trade. Because I can actually play this and immediately activate it next turn, so... Well, they didn't mill another elf, so let's see... Right? Or can I not, because I don't have... Oh, maybe I can't actually cast it yet. Oh, no. Alright, this is the swamp, so this is white and black, but then I can't get the thing back, so we want to do this and drain them for 3, I guess? 4, because then this would be the black permanent. And save the Reaping Willow for next turn. Yeah, that seems fine. Not the best, but fine. Yeah, they managed to put all of one elf into the graveyard so far, so I'm feeling relatively confident. Like, at least the eyes aren't going to kill me in the immediate future. And that also means that any of their other resources don't quite work. And they took my Willow. That sucks a lot. Because that also denied me the Scry this turn. Alright, well, we got ways to get it back, so... 5-4 not great for me. 5-4 and the Menace thing. So they're hitting me for 8, so that's a 2-turn clock, so I can't even not block here, like I have to. And that means I have to proactively... I hate proactively using Blossoming Defense, but it's the only real play I have here to not die in 2 turns, so... And now they just get to kill my guy, and it sucks. Like, if this was a 3-6... Oh, no. Okay. They were thinking about doing something, though. Yep. And I cut a land, and I'm flooding out. Because they took my only other relevant... Like, I would have been able to get back the 1-2 and mill one of these lands, so I'd at least be a card deeper and have a second body to block that thing with. Alright, we might have to reanimate the 3-5 if we get it. Oh, they didn't even pump. That's actually terrifying. What am I tutoring for? Because I need to be able to cast it. I can't kill either of those. Killing the eyes doesn't help right this second. I was thinking I was getting Graves Shifter back, but now I'm wondering if I want the Lamenter instead, which means I can't draw the card off of it just yet. It's currently a 1-4. Yeah, alright, give me the Sifter then. Back the Willow. Hope they don't have more discard in their hand. So in theory, I want to block with the 2-4 here. This thing is up to 2 Dead Elves, and one of them is the thing that can exile anyway for value. Like, they can just pay 2 mana to get a 2/2 elf anyway, so that doesn't even help them that much. Yeah, now they don't even want to attack. Let's just get the Reaping Willow down. Yeah, unfortunately, the 2/4 just bounces harmlessly off of their... Ah, they're gonna kill the flyer. That's fair. That's a 3/4, because they milled it there. And they could theoretically pump it, although now they're... I was gonna say, they definitely don't have an attack this turn. I could get back the Wicker Maw and try and find some other stuff to do. And that might just be worth it here. Because I do have multiple cards. Nah, put that one in the graveyard. It's not helping it enough. I was going to say, I do have multiple cards that can put -1/-1 counters on Reaping Willow again. Sure. You got it. So that's up to 3 because of all the cards I milled. Was... Oh! That's an elf. Gotcha. Okay. There we go. That's why we've been holding the land this whole time. Because now that's a way to blight onto the 3/6. And then take the counters off. Immediately get value. No, don't kill that! I needed that one! That's the one I actually needed! Darn it. I mean, I have another one, and I have a bunch of ways to recur my stuff, so... This is not unreasonable, but... That would have been the second land, and I could have untapped it with the 2/4 and immediately gotten back one of the Foraging Wicker Maws. Like... Ah, it would have been so good! Opponent's a jerk. I mean, they're not, because they haven't been trying to kill me here with all of their stuff. But... Okay. Well, that's certainly going to hurt a lot. Because that's for 5, right? So if I go... Red and 1... 2, 3. Pass this. Target Shimmer Creep. Oh, do I not have a red permanent? I do not have a red permanent. Okay. And then target Shimmer Creep again. 1, 2, 3. That puts them to 7, so they have a 3/4 lifelink, so they're at 10. 3, 6, 9. They would still live, and they could actually go to 12 here. So these 3 would go unblocked. They would get to eat. They would get to eat all 3 of these, though. So, but the problem is they can potentially gain 5 life and not lose. All right, let's attack with both of them anyway. I think, like, they can double block and pump. Yeah, so I was wondering if they would risk putting the 4/4 on one of my things, though. Alright. But they didn't pump, so there's that at least, so it's a wash. Alright. And these things go away at end of turn anyway, so there was no real reason to hold on to them. Other than to not potentially let them gain 2 extra life. How many cards are left in their deck? 9? I have 18. And this Morkant's Eyes is for 3. This is at sorcery speed, right? So if I ever get the 1/2, since I've shuffled my deck a couple of times, at least once off of this guy, so still in there to be drawn. Alright, I don't need all of this land to be held forever, so I'm at 16 land, and I have a bunch of card draw spells, and I am flooding out, and I cannot find more ways to turn these lands into resources. Because if we go too long, they're just going to make all of the bodies off of Morkant's Eyes and try and swarm me to not lose the game here. I mean, yes, but also their deck's kind of low. But that's 2 elves, so I might be running out of time to find my... Yeah, they're already thinking about doing it. They've decided to just hang back and try and grind me out here. Oh, hey! It's actually attacking. I want the speaker in the graveyard more than the changeling, but... Come on. Come on with this draw. That's like 1 spell and 4 lands in the past, like, 5 draw steps. I mean, I already have stuff to get back. The biggest thing would be if I drew the 2 -1/-1 counters, because this would die anyway. Which is one of the things I'm hoping to draw, so maybe we do this. Just soak 6 points of damage for right this second. There we go. That helps a lot, because now Morkant's Eyes is offline as a win con. Oh, it's not, because they can name Elf and it works for permanence. Wow. Wow, that sucks. Okay. And now they just make 10 power worth of dudes? I mean, that's going to kill me now. That literally kills me next turn. Unless they do something stupid like make the first 2/2 here right now. Right this second. Then I stand a chance. But... just infinite lands. Like, actual infinite lands. My god. If they had not killed the Gristle like 10 turns ago, I would have won this game so easily. Okay. They have 1 card left in their deck. And they still didn't do a thing, so hang on. I might not be dead. Especially if they attack here. Unless they attack all. Yeah, unless they actually literally attack all here. I don't think I'm actually dead yet. So let's see. I have no way to just mill them one card, right? Like, at all. Ever. Make them draw a card. Anything. Actually, hang on. If we block here, they have to pump if they want them to live. This is 4, 9... 9 and 8 is 17... this isn't going to work, because no matter what, I have to block something else here. Right? Because that's 8. 8 and 9 is 17, and they can just pump one of the unblocked creatures. Alright, I can't win this if they kill my Willow or me, so I have to hope that... Yeah. Yep. That's a way for me to draw a card. Except it's not, because I only have... Oh, wait, no, I literally have the planes in my hand. Alright. And that's not gonna do it. So many lands in a row. Oh my god. I have 2 of the gristles too. Like, the fact that they killed the first one and I never saw the second one. Alright, do I have anything else going on that I could be doing instead of this besides trying to make this happen? That was the perfect game for trying to make that happen, by the way. Try and get the rhyme speaker in. Because I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards that would let me draw a card off of it. Like, legitimately, bring this in, go down the mountain, go down the swamp, lands, put an island in, so that way I have 2 blue sources for the 2 blue spells. I still have 2 red sources for 4 red spells, plus all of the fetching and fixing. Go down another land. It's really questionable. Like, 15 land. I do have 2 mana, or hang on, I've got 3 2-mana ramp spells. I forget now exactly how many oozy things I have. Alright, since it hasn't paired me up yet, how many things do I actually have that produce mana on turn 2? I have 2 of these, 2 of these for straight up, like, adding mana, and 2 more for fixing. If I'm short a color. 3-drop gets me a thing. Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna die to bad mana draws now the other direction, but... I did not need much. They were being so passive with their... safe right. That I should have been able to win that. But they had just enough each turn. Yeah, if I could have just killed the enchantment, but they actually had the 4-2 to save it. There were so many things. If I could just have done one thing a little easier, a little faster, a little sooner. Like, see, 15 land, but we've got our 2 main colors and one of our splashes and ways to fix for the other 2 splashes, so... I mean, in theory, and I'm gonna get 2 surveils if I want it. Alright. Tempting, but I don't think so when I have 4 mana already. Like, again, I don't want to flood out. I'm doing great when I can just cast my spells, so... Alright, well, they can take the Auntie or the other Wicker Maw, but that's it. Alright, so play the planes they know about. Attack them for one, cast the other one. I mean, I know they can fix, but why did you leave up my planes? I cut another land. I'm at 15 lands and I'm binning lands because I have so much mana to work with. Oh my god. Oh, definitely want to get that down. See if they blight for mana. If they blight for mana but don't use it, I'm going to kill it with the Changeling, I think. I guess it'll depend, because I didn't need land. I certainly don't need more swamps right this second, but I will need a 5th land eventually to cast my spells, so. Also, notably, they did not blight. Okay. Do your cool thing. Okay, you got it. You did it. Good job. That's a thing I'm going to want to kill. Oh, but if they blight onto them, I was going to say they kill their guy, so that works out for me. And I did draw the land, so real quick, let's draw a card. So now that's online. Play this. Kill the enchantment. Make them feel like a chump. Start bashing them for 2, because my 1/2 is holding back their 2 1/1s in theory, and if it's not, then that's fine. Yeah, kill my 1/2. Alright. Tiny bit annoying. Just the tiniest bit. Alright, well, this makes red mana, so here we go. No brakes on this train. And we don't need the island anymore, so that'll be helpful in a hot second. Yeah. Keep bashing him with my 2/5. I was going to say, if you do not stop that, that is a draw 3, discard 1 every single turn for the rest of the game, and I'm still... Like, that sucks because it's exiled, but that's the only reason that that sucks. Alright, lose the island. Draw a swamp. Perfect. Just pull back a random 1/3 to get my scry. It seems so loose, but they're not doing anything right now. I don't want to use up the Grave Sifter just yet, because that's got more potential. Alright, let's get her back then. Hold on to the swamp, because we're going to discard it. At least, you know, I tried to flood out again after cutting a land. Okay, you have a 6/4. That's neat. So, I don't have white or blue right now, like permanent-wise, so I'll make that make the other color. Oh, that thing's Titanic now. so block there, get the counter off the auntie, get another scry. Yeah, it seems real good here. One, two, three to recast it. Alright. Yeah, they're gonna attack me for 8. Block there. Light onto that. Discard the mountain. Draw. Use that. Get another counter off of her. Get my scry. Don't need that right this second. Now she can trade with the giant one. That's a Dawn Hand Dissident. That kind of... Oh, wait, we can just kill Dawn Hand, though. Alright, discard the mountain, so both of these red spells are now kind of uncastable for the time being. They have a Gnarl Bark. Pain in my ass. So what they can do is exile the other 8-4. Oh, okay. Because now they can remove the counters to cast that one. I was expecting them to grab one of their other things, though. Did I exile their other thing, or is it... Didn't they have 2 of these things, or did they get the first one back? Alright, so trade there. Go to my turn. Cast this. Activate. Kill that. Okay. I got a blight onto that thing. Get more mana and kill my stuff. Okay! Okay, sure! I wasn't beating everything else that was happening to me. Why not this thing too now? Oh my god. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, that'd be really useful if I had the forest in play, I think. Probably not. They're just gonna pay a ton of life and start blighting onto my stuff now. Now they pay, 3 more life. Blight all my things to oblivion. Did he eat a... He ate a token? Yeah, I can't really beat Champion of the Weird here when my opponent had more bodies than me. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Actually, I should have waited one more turn, right? Because I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically I could have hit exactly Darkness Approaches and killed all their stuff and gotten back into that, but yeah. Wow, that sucks. So I'm 0-2 to start with. I thought there was a third game in there somewhere, but apparently no. It was just the game where I flooded out, and that game where I just got wrecked by all of the best goblin cards possible. And one tree folk. I didn't know when to quit. Alright, I'm on the draw. My hand is good. I have both of my main colors. I have one of my secondary colors now. Playing against 5 color nonsense that started off with a goblin draw. Yep. Alright, that is 1 mountain too many. That is both mountains in the deck now. Like, there were only 2 to start off with, and both of them have shown up. Hey, yeah, throw out the speaker, get rid of the mountain. Go find something better. Do I just want Grave Sifter? Do I want, like, Big Boy here? I could take Rhyme Speaker because I have a 5-drop. Yeah, let's take the Rhyme Speaker. Seems fine. Cast that next turn and then follow it up with Shimmer Creep for 3 and draw a card. Then we'll have Rhyme Speaker out. Unless they kill Rhyme Speaker, in which case, you know. It's going to be the same problem as if I just got the Tree Folk and, like, tapped World Champ here to untap my white source. Yep, go for it. Do your cool thing. Like, 99% chance they were free rolling the 2 life there, but even if that was not the case, counterspell? Okay. Alright. You got it. Look, I ain't gonna argue with you. Counter my blue spell here. Yep. Oh, Kindle does nothing on this board, so they're gonna lose that. And Temporal Cleansing, they can turn their thing blue and put away either my 0-4 or my 2-4. And the 2-4 they definitely don't want to get rid of, so... Yeah, that's more that they got rid of those cards, but some of them would have been better later on anyway, so... Yeah, I definitely want to redraw him, like... Alright, lay that out. Get this thing online. Alright, so unless they can get a cool elemental down and still cast their 4-drop here, because then they would have... Oh, that's true, they're going to cast it just to get it in the graveyard, because now it's in the graveyard, so they could theoretically get it back later. Uh-huh. Alright, so block this one, just on the weird chance that they have the +1/+2? Yeah. Exactly. Just in case they have exactly that, because this thing goes away at end of turn. So now they don't permanently buff their 2/3. Not actually stupid. Alright. Yeah, let's just kill that off. Cast another one of these. We'll pass, because attacking them for 3 when they're just going to gain 2 life back when I block with my 1/3. Yeah, that was the only reason to block the token. but it was the only reason to block the token, so... and the only reason to not, like, there wasn't going to be anything else that was going to get me for blocking the other one instead, so might as well actually block the other one here. Alright, so I have black, red, and green. So yeah, let's get the first Shimmer Creep down. Drain them real quick. I don't want to discard any of these yet, because I got other stuff I can do with them. Oh, they have this thing. Conjure a card named Rite of Flame into your hand, or conjure a card named... Yeah, so they're going to take inventory. Alright, so that thing's a huge problem that I need to deal with now. Do I want here? It is legendary at least, but I do not have triple black. I discard the white there. I guess I technically do if I want to do Reaping Willow, but I would need another mana for that, or I can just blight it away, or discard it and draw, and then put it back into play. Yeah, that seems fine. Alright, let's pass then. Let's +3/+3 on this thing. Alright, that's their whole hand. I was gonna say, if he's attacking, I'm definitely killing him. Alright, got a dent in their life total. I have a 6/6 Trampler. I'm really glad they didn't want to flash that in and, draw cards and surprise block and whatnot. Alright, that can get rid of their enchantment. Let's swing 6, see if we can get them to trade off. Otherwise they're going to 4, and that's also fine. Like, both things are fine for me, because if this goes to the graveyard, we actually get to Dose of Dawn-Glow it back, potentially mid-combat, and just pump my entire team and kill them. Okay. Yep. I get this down to free that up. Pass. Alright. Let's see how they block. Okay, the deck did the thing it was supposed to do once in 3 games so far. Well, on the bright side, at least I'm not regretting cutting the land yet. I can't wait till that actually happens. Alright. I'm really curious when we're going to find out who the listener is and why we have to worry about them so much. Like, who is the listener? Like, I have random throw stuff at the wall guesses that it's referenced. I have to believe Jace is going to try and wake up Emrakul as part of his master plan to destroy the multiverse at this point. And reshape it. Like, just let her do her job. Or try and manipulate her towards... Which is a pretty bold thing, except it's Jace, so I can totally see him being like, no, I think I can make Emrakul do what I want. I think I've got her figured out now. Like... Yeah. Alright. I mean, it's a grindy hand, and I need to find the swamp or, like, go grab one of my green sources, but... Yep, playing against elves again. Okay, Name black. Downside, of course, is now that is my black source for these things, so I won't get the extra drain off of Shimmer Creep, but by the same token, they mill 2 elves. I was going to say, let's see if they mill an elf, so that way they can cast their thing. Unsurprisingly, another Morkant's Eyes. Well, maybe this time we'll get to kill it. Or maybe this opponent won't give me, like, 10 billion turns. I can tutor for the thing to blow that up with, though, so at least that's a thing I've got going for me. But yeah, they've already got, like, 1 billion mana to work with, so I'm not optimistic here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't cast that and get the thing back. Can't cast him and activate yet. It's so weak to run this out, but if I don't hit the land... Because the Morkant's Eyes is basically online, like, next turn, so... Alright. Cast this. I can't let them know it's going to die, because otherwise they just pop it immediately, but they're at the point where they might just pop it immediately anyway. Like, it's 10 power worth of dudes this turn. There can't be a whole lot of better plays for them. And anything that is a better play might just wreck me anyway, so... Alright. That is one of the things that might make them think they have a better play. I'll actually block here, because I can't afford to lose the 0-4 yet. So if they're going to do a trick... Yep. Better there than anywhere else. The other option, of course, was to just take the damage, but... Alright, so I have to cast this now. And I have to discard... probably that one. Go get the Chomping Changeling, cast it, and kill Morkant's Eyes. Poke her eyeballs out real quick. Try and buy myself some time here. I still have to deal with the fact that the 3/2 can get it back, right? Target elf card from your graveyard, yeah, so. But that was going to be my only chance to get rid of that, so. Alright, so you want to trade off Chomping Changeling if at all possible. They'll kill the 5/3 most likely, but or kill the 2/4 rather with the 5/3, but just in case they don't. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we want to go green in 1. Cast this here. Name blue. Cast this now. Drain them for 3. Okay. Alright. And so now that's a 14 power creature. 15 power creature. I'm sorry I can't compete with everything that is happening to me constantly. Jesus. Oh my god. Like... There's nothing I was going to be able to do there. I gotta be honest, I'm not going to be at all surprised if most of the stronger decks in this format are just elf decks that ignore the alchemy cards entirely and rely on everybody else grabbing fun alchemy cards and then just playing broken elves. We've already seen 2 of those, although the one opponent did not want to kill us and tried to give us enough time, but they still had Morkant and her eyes and the 4/2 to protect their stuff and all of the normal good elves that you want. Yeah, that sucked. Okay. Alright, if you're watching this live, give me a minute, we'll try again. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.